I was sharing a green room with that snake.
Yeah?
And I think it might have been...
Number 20, Oprah Winfrey and David Letterman, each other's shows.
You're the kind of guy I'd like to have as my friend. I'd like to call you up on Wednesday nights and say, you watching Dynasty, you know? Nice guy, nice guy.
Okay, try and get the number.
Two of the biggest talk show hosts in the country had a bizarre rivalry that lasted decades. It all began in 1989 when Oprah appeared on Letterman's Late Show. She had a pretty unpleasant time since the audience was outraged about her recently hosting a TV show discussing devil worshipping.
People started yelling bad things, and I thought that he should have taken control of the situation, or he didn't take control of the situation. It was just such an uncomfortable experience for me.
Letterman did little to prevent her from getting heckled, which he later said he regretted. After, things were cold between the pair for years, with Oprah frequently discussing how uncomfortable the incident was. The feud was thankfully ended in 2013 when Letterman appeared on Oprah's Next Chapter, and now they're on great terms.
It wasn't certain at the time.
Wasn't certain.
Wasn't certain at the time.
Did you have to sleep on the couch?
I slept a wide variety of places.
Number 19, Artie Lange, The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. For about a year, Conan hosted The Tonight Show. It was a brief period, but long enough for Conan to decide to ban his friend Artie Lange. You may recognize Lange as a stand-up comedian and Howard Stern's sidekick. He frequently appeared on Conan's talk shows over the years, but his alcohol use disorder got worse and worse.
I listen to the Eat a Peach album by the Allmans, and I look at Britney Spears' calendar.
Okay,
that's like
great.
a Saturday for me.
By 2010, Conan had become seriously worried about his well-being. As such, he banned him, which was intended to help him stop misusing alcohol. Soon after, Lange entered rehab and seems to be doing a lot better these days.
He's got those pillowy pink lips.
Pillowy
He's got those pillowy pink lips.
I think it's a shade of purple.
He is.
Number 18, Donald Trump, The Ellen DeGeneres Show and Late Night with Seth Meyers. The only president to be impeached twice is unsurprisingly a contentious talk show guest. One host with a zero Trump tolerance policy was Ellen, who said she would never invite him on.
I mean, I would not say no to the sitting president of the United States.
Really?
Absolutely not. Would you?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I would not have him on the show.
Seth Meyers has similar feelings, motivating him to ban the scandalous president in 2016. This was a response to Trump banning the Washington Post from discussing his campaign, as well as his outrageous comments after a brutal shooting. Jimmy Kimmel also has issues with Trump and his family. This led to him banning Trump's sons, with Kimmel insulting the whole family in the process.
I didn't even know you could do that. You could retweet your own tweet? It's like telling yourself a bedtime story. It doesn't make sense.
Number 17, Madonna, Piers Morgan Live. If this were a list of the most one-sided celebrity feuds, this would easily be number one. For decades, Piers Morgan has had it out for Madonna, frequently insulting her, calling her things like a, quote, grotesque train wreck embarrassment.
I think she is an absolute joke.
It all started with her publicist, who talked him out of publishing a scoop on Madonna being pregnant years ago. Despite all the brutal remarks from Morgan, Madonna has not once cared to comment. Maybe she just doesn't think he's worth her time, or she might not even know about Morgan's vitriolic hate towards her. Either way, she's banned from all his talk shows, which likely impacts Morgan more than Madonna.
Madonna was always the first one I banned.
Why?
Because she's so incredibly annoying.
Number 16, Howie Mandel, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. You may remember Mandel as the voice of Gizmo from Gremlins, or from his stints hosting various game shows. Outside of this, he has a reputation as a bit of a prankster and a comedian. For a brief period, he was a regular on The Tonight Show. This all came crashing down after his 22nd appearance, when he was brought on as a last-minute replacement for Sammy Davis Jr.
He goes, what is this? And I go, please, Johnny, I don't want to talk about this.
Mandel brought with him a 12-foot saber-toothed tiger prop. Carson didn't expect it, and both he and the audience failed to see the humor. This led to Mandel never being invited back, and he has not repeated the tiger gag since.
Like, if you watch this show, it would seem like a kind of an adorable, funny little segment where Howie came out. You wouldn't know there was trouble. And then Jim calls me right after the show and says he never wants to see you again.
Number 15, Tyrese Gibson, The Wendy Williams Show. Gibson is a successful R&B singer and has starred in major movie franchises including Fast and Furious and Transformers. He released his debut album in 1998, then became huge during the early 2000s. For some time, he wasn't allowed on The Wendy Williams Show. Apparently, the host had no idea it was her husband's decision. He was jealous and believed Gibson was flirting with her in earlier episodes. The ban was finally lifted after Williams divorced her husband in 2020, allowing Gibson to return. Turned out, Williams' ex-husband had been the one to cheat, making his jealousy highly hypocritical.
I can't just generalize and say all men cheat, but it's expected because it's a part of our upbringing. Listen, can y'all agree or disagree? It's a horrible double standard.
You better not fall for a pretty face and say yes.
No, listen.
Number 14, Dax Shepard, Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Since the late 90s, Shepard has been a prolific actor and comedian, appearing in a plethora of hit films in the 2000s. Shepard is also known for struggling with substance use disorder in his younger years. Thankfully, he started working on his recovery in 2005, but that wasn't before embarrassing himself on Conan's talk show. In 2004, he appeared intoxicated on the series, and it was a nightmare for Conan. Shepard later said he blacked out during the pre-interview and was later rushed on stage by security after waking up in a hotel room with a stranger.
I flew all the way out here.
You did not.
I got
You walked here.
I broke the coffee mug and now I'm leaving?
That's right.
All right.
Since he's entered recovery, he's reappeared on Conan's shows. Number 13, Harmony Korine, Late Show with David Letterman. Filmmaker Korine often explores taboo topics in his artwork. Since the 90s, the director has been banned from The Late Show. Not for anything to do with his artwork, but for trying to rob Meryl Streep.
Oh, I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
I mean, I liked what I saw of it.
Yeah.
It was good, and it was pretty. It was. I don't really remember. I don't know.
Korine was going through a particularly dark period in the 90s, struggling with substance use. This resulted in him hunting through Streep's purse backstage, then getting caught red-handed by Letterman. This understandably got him banned for life. Letterman later became more open to letting Korine return as he's been through recovery.
But it's about that. I'm also writing a book of jokes, too.
All right, well, maybe another time.
Number 12, Bobcat Goldthwait, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Goldthwait is best known for his black comedy stand-up, which propelled him to stardom in the 80s. He's also an actor, director, and screenwriter, and was banned from Jay Leno's Tonight Show. That's because in 1994, he decided to set Leno's guest chair on fire.
And I thought, well, what if I don't know, what if I set his furniture on fire?
No, don't set that on fire. Now you have to sit in this.
This resulted in Goldthwait being taken to court for arson, where he pleaded no contest. The court fined him $3,880, and he was forced to create fire safety videos. Little damage was done since Leno and fellow guest Lauren Hutton managed to douse the fire with their mugs pretty quickly. Of course, Goldthwait was never invited back.
I'm convicted arson because of it, because I brought accelerant with me and because I had a lighter taped to my sleeve.
Number 11, Vivica A. Fox, Jimmy Kimmel Live. This American actress and producer has been involved in way too many television shows and movies to list them all. In 2005, she was invited onto Jimmy Kimmel's talk show, which turned into a catastrophe. Kimmel tried to roast her friend Star Jones in a way she didn't appreciate, making the interview highly awkward. Eventually, Fox got so tired of it that she walked off.
Oh, God. Excuse me just one second. Oh.
Afterward, Kimmel apologized to her privately. This made it surprising when Fox learned she had been banned entirely. We know this because he admitted he'd never invite her back in a 2014 episode of Watch What Happens Live.
And did she come on the show? No.
Wow.
It was the condition, but the condition was we couldn't talk about the fact that we'd switched around. I was like, I just don't see how that was gonna work. Yeah.
Number 10, The Kardashians, Anderson Live. This family's reality stardom has made them a pop culture phenomenon. However, with that fame has come backlash at how pervasive they are.
Do you watch the Kardashians?
I've actually never once seen
I don't believe that.
I swear to you.
Really?
On my life. I swear to you.
I've never once seen the show, nor will I.
One such critic is Anderson Cooper, who claimed during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen that none of the Kardashians would ever appear on his show because they were already everywhere else. The fact that Khloe Kardashian tweeted her love for Cooper around the same time is pretty bad timing, but given that Cooper's talk show is no longer around, the family probably doesn't have to worry about the ban any longer, if they ever did. Number 9. Howard Stern, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. As the host of his own long-running radio talk show, Howard Stern has drawn plenty of controversy over the years.
But Howard, I think he edited it out.
You really do think it'll be edited out?
It's beyond my control, Howard.
I don't believe it. Let me try.
Stern has never shied away from speaking his opinions, and his criticism of former Tonight Show host Jay Leno did not even stop when Stern appeared on Leno's show. Stern's behavior on set, including bringing scantily clad women on stage and interrupting the other guests' interviews, apparently got him banned and even publicly trashed.
I got a sore throat, but I want to ask Howard.
Oh, this is going to be a great segment. Gene's got a sore throat. Shut him down, Gene. Yeah, go ahead, Gene.
Despite the media's portrayal of a so-called long-standing feud, and Stern being supposedly threatened by NBC executives for voicing his hate, Leno himself appears to have nothing but respect for Stern. Or at least his views of him have changed as time went on.
What do you think of Howard Stern?
Oh, I think he's really talented. I think he's a good interviewer. I mean, he gets things out of people. You know, I used to do his show all the time before all this started. So I just looked at it as it's a business, and that's part of the business.
Number 8. Gary Busey, The Howard Stern Show. Gary Busey is infamous for his, let's say, sometimes erratic behavior.
If I can ask you to stop talking for a minute.
That's impossible. I gotta be honest with you. Gary, no, where are you going? Oh, he's coming up. Don't come over and hurt me. I'm having an interview. Wait.
It happens every time.
I'll tell you what Promise Keepers are.
Why are you doing this?
Because I like to be close to you.
See, I told you it'd be hard to be your son.
But the actor's bizarre temperament while appearing on The Howard Stern Show meant that he was never asked back. Most notably, Busey hugged Stern's co-host and kept trying to keep the bear hug going until they were on the floor, and then he wrestled Stern. Busey has since claimed that he has multiple personalities and that one of them was responsible for the incident.
You're next. No. Come on.
Whoever the culprit is, the fact is Busey will not be returning to Stern's show. Number 7. Vince Vaughn, The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Unless you're big fans of these actors, you probably don't remember that Vince Vaughn and Kevin James were once in a Ron Howard-directed buddy comedy about adultery.
Hey, I need to do this. Let me show you how this is done.
Critics were not kind to it, and neither were moviegoers. In fact, it didn't even make back its $70 million budget. However, those may not have been the only reasons why the dilemma barely made a dent in movie history. The story goes that CNN anchor Anderson Cooper brought it to Ellen DeGeneres' attention that there was an offensive line about gay people in the trailer. This allegedly led Ellen to ban Vaughn from her talk show, or at least to prevent him from doing any promotion of the 2011 movie on it. In any case, the ban seems to have been temporary, as Vaughn has appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show since.
I don't know what she does. She's a very nice woman. She's out there working, and bless her heart, and she did not smell good at all.
Right.
Number 6. Jay Leno, Conan. This one is a no-brainer, folks. In 2009, with Jay Leno's contract with NBC due to expire, the network went forward as planned to hand over the reins of The Tonight Show to Conan O'Brien.
Great. I'd love to do 5 more years. And that was 6 months ago, and then time went by. There's all talk about Conan O'Brien. Will he go to ABC? Will he go to one of these other networks? And they came to me and they said, we don't want to lose Conan O'Brien. And I said, oh, okay, what does that mean?
However, in a bid to keep Leno on the network, they retained him in a new variety show.
And then he says, you know what, I'm having trouble staying up this late.
Is that how it happened?
That's exactly what happened.
I see.
He said, it's ruining my home life.
Yeah,
so I can't.
Right.
He said, is there any chance you could put me on a little earlier? So they put him on at 10 p.m. with a fantastic variety show.
When ratings weren't great, executives aimed to bump Leno back to his previous time slot, and Conan after him.
I've been giving this situation a lot of thought. You know, this is a true story. When I was a little boy, I remember watching The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and thinking, someday I'm going to host that show for 7 months.
Understandably upset that Leno went along with NBC's decision, Conan has gone on record saying that he won't ever have Leno on his self-titled TBS show. Number 5. Hugh Grant, The Daily Show. Given that The Daily Show is a show often reliant on political humor, one might expect someone banned from the show to be involved in some part of the political process.
Presidential politics. Shake-up in Republican Village. New candidates in, old candidates out, losing candidates winning, crazy candidates sane. And it all happened here. Ames, Iowa.
Instead, it was English leading man Hugh Grant that got the boot while Jon Stewart was behind the desk. During Grant's appearance in 2009, he was reportedly rude to people backstage and generally in a foul mood, which earned him a ban from the show. Grant has since owned up to his bad behavior at the time, so at least he knows he did something wrong. Number 4. Kelsey Grammer, Piers Morgan Live. Piers Morgan is somewhat well known for banning several people from his former talk show.
She was in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and so you would pop in and out, and the whole kind of unraveling of that marriage.
Right.
The fact that Howie Mandel, his former co-judge on America's Got Talent, is one of them is understandable. The two of them did not get along. But one surprise was when he banned Kelsey Grammer. Grammer was scheduled to appear on the show in 2012, but left after a picture of his ex-wife was shown in the opening credits.
Well, Kelsey was supposed to appear on the show last night, but he has this rule that he won't talk about Camille because he hates Camille, but Piers Morgan showed a photo of Camille in the show open, and
he saw the open and then he walked off.
Although Grammer was prepared to discuss his ex on air, and had even done so on the show before, he'd requested that a picture of her not be shown, and so the interview never happened. And while we're on the subject of Piers Morgan, Number 3. Piers Morgan, The Rosie Show. Always one to make friends. One of Piers Morgan's other band guests was Madonna, who Morgan thinks is, quote, incredibly annoying, leading to the singer's moratorium from his show.
Piers, when you were at CNN, you were known for banning celebrities.
Yes.
Yes, you were from your show. And I want to know who they were and why you banned them. Who were the top ones?
Madonna was always the first one I banned.
Why?
Because she's so incredibly annoying.
However, this ban actually led Morgan to be banned from another show himself, as Rosie O'Donnell, out of loyalty to her friend Madonna, banned Morgan from her own talk show. Still, given that O'Donnell later appeared on Morgan's show herself for a candid interview and even guest hosted it, it's clear they made up later. Though her own show's cancellation may have made the point moot anyway.
We're here with Rosie O'Donnell, filling in for Piers, and you've been on the show before as a guest. We know what to expect. Honest, passionate. What can we expect from Rosie the host?
Pretty much the same.
Number 2. Joan Rivers, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. For many years, Joan Rivers and Johnny Carson were great friends, with the comedian being a frequent guest on The Tonight Show.
With age comes wisdom.
Wisdom with age, of course. Yes.
It's all in the book.
All in the book here.
However, all that changed after Rivers got her own talk show on the new, at the time, Fox network. Carson, who had a tradition of having new talk show hosts appear on his show before their premieres, felt betrayed by his longtime friend, and not only banned Rivers from the show, but reportedly never spoke to her again for the rest of his life. When Jay Leno took over hosting duties, and during Conan O'Brien's brief tenure, the ban seemingly continued as well, with Rivers only appearing on the show again once Jimmy Fallon became host.
I have a photo of you. This is you and right in this same studio, 1965. You and Johnny. Knockout, pal.
Second night that I was on, and
right?
I had been working 8 years in Greenwich Village, and nothing, and he said, God bless him, you're going to be a star.
Number 1. Kathy Griffin. Most of them. Kathy Griffin is quite the comedian, seemingly drawing controversies like a magnet.
Ellen called me. She was extremely upset, and she was really, I think, maybe trying to put me in my place a bit, but I wasn't having it. So it was quite an interesting conversation.
It should be no surprise then that in terms of the number of talk show bans, she is easily the number 1, at least in terms of quantity. Her bans include Leno, Ellen, The View, Live with Regis and Kelly, The Today Show, and Letterman, among others.
You know, she has called me scum on the show.
She has?
Yes. To your face, behind your back. Oh, behind my back, of course. Behind my back, of course. But anyway, but yeah, so she wanted to throw down with me, and we have different political differences, which is fine.
While she has managed to get several of them lifted, she's also been re-banned from others. So clearly, her style of humor and conversation is not always suited for every talk show. Which of these talk show guests do you think deserved their bans? Let us know in the comments section.
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait,